So, morning and welcome to our 7 Spiritual Laws of Yoga class. And today you may prefer to start in sitting, as we will be focusing on some pranayama in sitting, but if you'd rather lie down, that's absolutely fine. So as ever, let's come into stillness and focus on our breath. Tongue lightly at the front, behind the 2 front teeth. Softening the jaw. Full deep yogic breath. Inhale, the belly rises. Exhale, navel back to spine. The next few moments, follow the breath. Consciously slowing it down, having the intention to come to a full deep yogic breath. And coming fully present to this moment with awareness of breath. The principle we are practicing today is that of intention and desire, which states my intentions and desires are supported by the universe. Om Ritam Namaha. With me, my intentions and desires are supported by the universe. Om Ritam Namaha. My intentions and desires are supported by the universe. Om Ritam Namaha. Just the Sanskrit. Om Ritam Namaha. Excuse me. Whisper Om Ritam Namaha. And then just silently in your head, just repeat that mantra to yourself. So the principle reminds us that we can set our intentions, and then we, in this style of yoga, we talk about letting the universe handle the details, let them go. If we choose intentions for our health, our healing, our higher good, the universe will, in time, and maybe not in the way we would wish or think it might manifest, these things can manifest and will manifest in our lives. On a practical level, we may set an intention just for your class. Maybe there's an asana that you would like to focus on and improve and strengthen in it. So just take a moment to let the mantra, the intention sit with you. Associated with Manipura chakra, the solar plexus, so we will be focusing on this area too. So let's bring our awareness to the solar plexus. And whether you're sitting or lying, it's actually very nice in lying. You can put one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart. So your intention is into the belly, or breathing into the belly, the heart, with awareness. It's a healing thing to do this actually, if you lie down on your back and you have one hand across your chest and one hand on your belly. Good. So let's open our eyes. We just got Kellyanne joining us, which is good. Another one. So ladies, because we're focusing on intention and desire, excuse me, I've got a frog in my throat today, so apologies if you're getting that on the mic. Morning, Kellyanne. Oh, she's just connecting. Hello. So, I'm all right, thanks. I've got a drink, thanks, Carol. Okay, so we're practicing with intention desire if you've just come in. So let's stretch out the feet in front, and let's, with our Bhastrika Pranayama, let's breathe with intention into our feet. So splay open our toes, and when you're ready, off we go. And begin to circle. And if you've just come in, do you want to mute yourself? We can hear the little doggies barking. Kellyanne, I think, yeah, it's outside in the sun. Don't blame you. It'd be warmer outside, actually, than inside. Circle the feet into one direction, then the other direction. And we know that we bring our awareness into our feet, just noticing how they're feeling, connecting to the feet. Good. And then bring up the right knee, hug your knee to your chest. As ever, you can support your knee if you have a little bit more of an issue with your knee. And extend the leg and trace a circle in the air with your big toe, feeling into your knee. And again, just acknowledging it. How's it feeling? Go one way, then the other. Good. So if you, I know you missed the massage session, Helen, and both Helens, in fact, but we did spend quite a lot more time on this idea. You know, I was explaining how to the Ayurvedic massage, so we know we circle the knees, around the ankles, and we come up the limbs. So if you want to do a little bit of self-massage, Abhyanga, go ahead. And we're talking about that Maharayan joint oil as well as being most helpful. Okay, so let's come to our left leg. Extend your leg, trace a circle in the air with your big toe, as ever, just being aware. If it helps you, you can close your eyes. Normally, if I'm not teaching, that's exactly what I do. I've already done these in my own morning warm-up, and I don't look round. I might look through my window because I can see the trees and the sky, so that's obviously very relaxing and calming, but we stay centered. That's the important thing. So just acknowledge without judging how the knee's feeling. Now let's massage it, circle round, that's it, and then round your ankles, and then just a little bit, we can come back to this, can't we, before we do Surya Namaskara, but if you can think about that circling around your knees, like so, that's really valuable and quite firmly as well. Okay, let's come into hips so. We'll bring up the right leg now, and bring the knee towards the armpit, and extend the leg, inhale. Exhale, that's it, good. So we're working with that flexibility of the leg. And we've got one more, and we're going to take the leg across the body. Breathing into the hip. And now circling the hip. So not everybody finds it easy to put the foot up on the leg. You can put the foot wherever you like. It can be on the floor, or even tracing the circle. If your hips are really quite stiff, you might find tracing a circle is quite challenging, in which case just do your best, have the intention. Remember, you can visualize it, and you might be better to close your eyes for that. So aim to get the knee quite close to the floor, but trace that circle effect. That's it. So you're actually making the hip do a circle. And then ease the leg down, sit tall, keep your balance in your pelvis, shoulders down, no leaning over to the right side. Good, let that leg come out, give it a little bit of a shake, come to the left leg. So inhale, exhale. So this action, it's to obviously, you can see I'm straightening my leg. Maybe not everybody can straighten their leg. Again, just go as far as your body can manage. And bring the leg across the body. So we breathe. So this is a Bhastrika pranayama, and you're bringing your leg as close to your chest, as high as you can. That's it. Aiming not to lean back. That's it. And then hold on to the foot while we begin to trace the circle, but you're guiding the circle with your hand. Pull your hip all the way. That's it, good. And then the other direction. Ease the leg down. So again, check where on both sit bones grow tall, and just have that intention to lift up, always working with the core, the strength of the core. That's it. Shoulders back and down. Nice steady breath. Lovely. So let's come to easy pose, across, or right leg across. Bend at the left knee. Stack the knees. Remember, easy pose or shoelace. So feeling that extra stretch. That's it. Good. Don't sit on the heels. Sit between the heels. Sit tall. And take the hands out and come into Bhastrika Pranayama. Very strong. In fact, have the intention to be strong and healthy. That's your intention. You know, that's very powerful in itself, of course, that intention. And then tuck your thumb under and circle. So bringing out that warrior aspect, that warrior element, which we all have, but, you know, it is something that needs to be nurtured so it thrives. We're not weak. Go one way, then the other. And sit tall. Circle the elbows now, again making that nice tall shape. Having, again, even if it's not coming easily, think it. And you know, it's quite interesting when you really go inwards, go the other way with your circles. You can, with practice, you can start to see things in your mind's eye, and thoughts will come and images will come. Of, you know, for instance, the warrior or the strength of the warrior, the color yellow, but it very much is about focusing the mind and bringing in a peace and calm mind and a focus and centered mind. Oh, let's come into the zigzag forward now, and let's take the knuckles to the glutes and give them a good rub or a roll or whatever you have to hand. So be quite strong here. Again, these are big muscles. You don't need to do the hitting. We'll do that when we come to Surya Namaskara. Lean more forward. Now, personally, I find it really helpful to lean away from my right side because it increases the stretch. So maybe try that out. And then begin to, again, just move around, circle, nod the head. Just see how all that feels. And lean forward. And just feel into that stretch. Good. Come out of it. So switch the cross. That's it. Whichever position you use, try and use the same one on this side. That's it. Good. Sit tall. And we will come to shoulders now. So hands on shoulders and circling. Breathe. And just being conscious of how the shoulders are feeling. Awareness in the heart. We already, if you're a little late joining, we've already had the hand on the heart and hand on the belly. And we'll do that again in a moment. So we circle one way, then the other with our shoulders. Now, we did this, it actually works best from lying down, but put your hand across your chest to your heart and the other one on your belly. In fact, that's a really nice way when you're lying down. Just maybe you can try that later on when we come to Shavasana. So clearly we're feeling into our heart, feeling how it is, acknowledging it, but also feeling into the belly. And we have talked about that second brain effect in the belly. So when we feel things in our belly, we may feel anxiety, worry, stress. So it's about really being connected as well to, you know, the sensations we're receiving from our physical body, the emotions, and feeling into them. without judging. Good. Release from there. We come to neck exercises now. Tongue at fire point while we come into our half circles. Lift up and look from side to side. Breathing in, breathing out. One more to each side. You can take your hands and place them wherever you're comfy and just look right round over your shoulder. And the other side. Half circle for your neck. Come back up, let your left ear drop to your left shoulder. Steady breath. Lift back up, right ear, right shoulder. And let's take an assisted stretch today. So take hold of your ear, your right ear with your left hand. Slide your right hand from your ear all the way to your collarbone. Hold that space, have the intention to create more space between the ear and the collarbone. Don't force or yank. And then hand at the back of the head and gently roll the head around. And be careful here, just be gentle. And then rotate your nose towards your armpit. Keep breathing. Sit back up and let's go the other way. So take hold of the opposite ear. So if your opposite ear to the way your head's dropping, and slide your hand. I'm dropping my head to the right, but I'm using my left hand to increase the stretch, and the right hand at the ear. Hand at the back of the head again. So our intention here, of course, is to give our neck a little bit of manipulation. I tend to do more of this work in Pilates if you do have neck issues. And rotate your nose towards your armpit. We can look at this more next week. We'll be working with detachment, and that's associated with the throat. Good. So take hold of the base of your neck now. And again, I taught this on the seminar, the Ayurvedic Yoga Massage seminar. It's actually in one of our Ayurvedic Yoga therapeutic books. And you massage your neck. And it is, of course, for neck pain, arthritis type pain. And you stretch your neck like you want to pull the head away, so you create the length, you look up, and then you use the massage technique. Lift up, zigzag forwards, and again let's do that hitting or rubbing or rolling, whatever you feel is good to you, massaging. And then you can, if you wish, just do as we did on the other side, lean away. And again, it's quite intuitive this. Just roll your body how you feel the need. Just move around, sway, whatever feels good. Nodding your head. That's it, very good. Good. So let's come out of that. We're more or less through with our warm-ups now. So hands under our shoulders for cat-cow stretch with lion's breath. So the element of the lion, the Leo element, the strength. And so we use lion's breath when we want to detoxify, when we want to rid ourselves of negative thoughts. But there's also, of course, you can think of the element of the lion, the lion and its strength and its courage. That would be a good thing to think about. Inhale, look down at the knees and make your lines roar. Continue. Inhale. And having the intention, as ever, to let go. Anything that's not serving us, you can spit it out. And again. Look down at the knees, hold the stretch, keep breathing, nod the head, pull up on the pelvic floor, tailbone tucks under. And before we come up, as we not been lying on the floor, let's just do our circling cat. So let's intuitively move into this position, not thinking it even, just doing it, maybe making circles, maybe it's figure of eights, whatever feels good to you, whatever feels necessary to your body. And that's why I say don't think it. Your body will naturally start to flow how it most needs. And I'm not even doing the circling at the moment. I'm just doing some sort of forward and back stretch because that feels good to my back. And the zigzagging. It's about finding your most uncomfy spots and seeing if you, with your own intention, can release them a little bit more. Good. So if you have been going one way, go the other way. Clearly, as we know, we have to maintain the balance. Lovely. So let's bring our hands to the feet and let's roll ourselves up. And we'll get ready for a salute to sun. So, would you mind just putting that heater off? Go around the back. Yeah, that's it. Go around the back. Yeah, we're just warming up here. You don't suppose need the heat down off in London, Helen, but we got the heat on in the studio. Just to, you can just turn it off at the mains even, Carol. But warming up a bit now. Tends to be a bit cold in the studio first thing. So. All right, so let's get ready for our salute to sun. Let's first of all have the side stretch. We've not had a side bend yet. So lifting up and just stretching across to one side and really make that big banana shape to the side. And then the other way. Good. And have a shake through. All right, so you might want to remove your socks and all the rest. Good. Okie dokie. So as you know, always take responsibility for yourself. Is there anything you need to do? Or I didn't even get a chance to ask you, Helen. This is Helen Burns. But are you going to try standing up, Helen, today? Helen Burns? Yeah? Yeah, oh good. Yeah, well done for you. Obviously, you know yourself. If it's too much, that's fine. Just come out of it. So hands at your heart. Now let's maybe again, that intention, how we practice, just maybe take a moment if you wish to dedicate your practice. It doesn't matter to what it might be, but if that feels a good thing to do. So I do have to remind myself to do this. I don't always do it naturally, but just this mindful awareness at the beginning. Maybe it's to go deeper into a pose, and find a better way of doing something. That's all absolutely fine. Anyway, nice and slowly, first 2 rounds. Inhale, sky reaching. Exhale, hands to foot. Here we bend the knees and we come back to the massaging. We hit the glutes as over to fire them up. Give them a real good hit or a roll. And then rub your thighs, your knees, your ankles, your legs, wherever you need to. Good. And then hold on to your elbows and give yourself a swing. And again, have the intention to ease into it. Breathe deeply, settle in, move in any way that feels good to you right now. Both hands to the mat, big step back with the right leg, knee to mat. Come into crescent moon, pressing into the right hip. Keep breathing. Exhale, down face dog. Remember, you can rest in child pose if there's any shoulder issues here. Walk the dog, one heel down at a time. Lifting the hips high. Keep breathing. And then allow one knee to come bend and the other heel to the floor and just explore that. How does it feel? Keep breathing. Notice where you're stiff, where you're tight without judging it. And then switch the leg. Breathe. Now come up onto the tiptoes. Bend the knees and bring your chest as close to your thighs as you can. Feel that stretch in the whole of the back, the chest. Press your chest towards your thighs. And if you've got a long spine, only then would you straighten out your legs. Now let's look at the feet. Second toe aligns with the side of the mat. Look at the knees. Knees, if they're rolling in, press a little bit more into the base of your little toe. Feel the stretch. Just explore it. Both knees to the mat. And come into limbs, coming up into cobra. Down into your press set. That's it. Nice and slow. Tuck your toes under. Down face dog. Again, bend the knees, lift the hips. Keep breathing. Hold it here. Swing your right leg all the way through. All the way through. And see, as you bring the leg through, if you now can slide your left leg back a fraction more to take that lovely big stretch into your left hip flexor. Keep breathing, stretching the arms. Let's take the hands to the back of the head to help the neck and to really feel into that position. How's it feeling? Hands to foot pose. Inhale, sky reaching. Breathe deeply, hands in namaste. Good, again slowly. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, big step back with the left leg. Come into crescent moon, pushing into your left hip. Breathe deeply. Good. Exhale, down face dog. So on this second round, we can swivel on the feet if we feel that's right for us. That should be okay for you unless you've got a shoulder issue. But as we know, we can start to make these side planks. Now, these are definitely asanas for Manipura chakra because they're all about strength and core strength and strength of the all around the abdomen. So remember, you could be on one knee or both knees. And then let's come into threading the needle. We'll do it 4 times on one left side. So really feel into your strength here. Switch your side, open out, thread the needle. Good. And then come back into your down face dog. Start with bent knees, lift the hips, check out your form. Hopefully you will remember what your form is. Your fingers again should be nice and splayed. So moving through into plank pose now, chaturanga. And again, this is definitely a pose. That's it. Good for strength, core strength, isn't it? Recognize. Now, how's your strength? Can you come all the way down? Stretch your legs behind you and come into your version of cobra. That's it. Just do your best. Shoulders down, elbows in. Exhale, down face dog. Walk your feet in a fraction. Lift your hips. Keep breathing. Lift the tailbone. Again, now just explore this in your own way. Just move around into it. Again, you might find you naturally start to stretch. So maybe one side is tighter and you feel you want to stay on that side a little longer. Just notice how that all feels to you. Or maybe you just want to stay in down dog, which very much builds up your strength in your upper body. We use this in preparation. In fact, we say you need to be able to hold down dog for about 5 minutes before you can start to learn headstands, because you need all that upper body strength. Bring that left leg all the way through now. Pick it up if you need. That's it. And coming into crescent moon again. Keep breathing. Press into your right hip. Maybe have the intention to go a bit deeper. Does it feel good to have your hands to the back of your head? I often like to do this at the beginning because we're holding it, so it gives the neck more support. And you can feel that opening of your heart and chest. That's it. Lovely. Well done. And bring that right leg through. Now let's work with this. So we bend the knees, take the hands behind the knees, stomach on the thighs. And again, aim to have the intention, that's a better word to use, the intention to get your stomach to your thighs, soften your face, your shoulders. So that will help you stretch your spine. Now, look forward, everybody, because there's still a little bit of rounding in the back. So my sister Helen, bend your knees a bit more, Helen, get your tummy on, and then look forward. And just see what I'm doing, ladies. So I'm looking forward, and that brings my back more straight. You're trying to get your upper back more straight. That's it, Carol, as well. Well done. And then drop your head And breathe. Now use your little bit of pressure on your arms to go a little bit lower. And then you can, if you like, slide your hands towards your ankles and see if you can draw yourself down lower. Again, breathe, wiggle out. I can feel quite a lot of tension in my upper back today. So, that's preventing me going further. So this is why this bringing forward and lengthening the back. That's it. That's it. Good. That's good from you all. Well done. Yeah, I can see you're improving in that position for your spine. And then drop down again and just soften. And maybe here, just dangle. And hopefully we've all gone a bit deeper by now. And then let's come up and use chair. So chair is a strengthening position. Yeah, like so. Let's just use that chair position for a moment. Remember in this warm-up, I'll probably be adding extra things in. Feel your strength in your legs, your arms alongside your ears. That's it. Well done, everybody. Good. So hands to heart. Are you warming up? If you are, if you don't mind, we can put that heater down as well. Okie dokie, so we are warmed up here. We're managing without the heating now, I hope. Inhale, sky reaching. Exhale, hands to foot pose. Inhale, right leg steps back. Press into your right knee. Holding the position. Exhale, down face dog. And we're just going to hold that position. I'm just slightly putting the music up because the music I've played hopefully fits in with what we're doing. Inhale, chaturanga, or 8 limbs, glide through, come into cobra. Exhale, down face dog. Inhale, right leg swings through, coming into crescent moon. Exhale, hands to foot pose. Inhale, sky reaching. Breathe deeply. And again, in. Exhale. In left. Big step back. There's no need to rush. In fact, have the intention not to rush. Just finish off your poses and especially finish off your breath. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, if you want the stronger version, come all the way down in plank. Glide through, hold. Exhale, walk the feet in a fraction, bend the knees, then extend. Breathe deeply. Look forward, inhale, left leg. Exhale, hands to foot pose. Inhale, sky reaching. Breathe. In. Exhale. Inhale, right leg. So we'll keep the knee on the floor unless you have a knee injury, and then we'll be changing it in the final 6 rounds. Exhale to work with more of our warrior poses. Inhale. That's it, all the way down. Good. Exhale, down face dog. Inhale, right leg. Crescent moon. Remember, we're aiming to make the shape of a crescent moon. So visualize that. Exhale, full. Finish off the breath. Inhale, sky reaching. Breathe deeply. In. Exhale. In left. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, chaturanga, or 8 limbs. Glide through, hold here. Good. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left. Exhale, hands to foot pose. Inhale. Breathe. Well done, you're all doing really well. 6 more rounds if you can. Inhale. Exhale, warrior 1. Step back with your right foot, turn the foot out. Pelvis square, ground yourself, look ahead with intention. Press down, and if you'd like to add a back bend, go ahead. Exhale, down face dog. Inhale, chaturanga. Elevate limbs, glide through, elbows at waist. Exhale. Inhale, right leg. Plant the left foot. Look ahead, be grounded, that's it, good. You can look ahead, look up, or back bend. Don't back bend until you feel very stable. Exhale, hands to foot. In. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left leg. Big step back. Press into the floor. Feel your strength. Look, sink down. Adding in a back bend if you wish. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, chaturanga or 8 limbs. Cobra. Exhale. Inhale, left leg. Good. Exhale, hands to foot pose. Inhale, sky reaching. Breathe. Well done, you're doing really well. 2 more rounds. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, warrior 2, step back. And come into warrior 2 pose. Exhale, right arm cartwheels round, left leg swings back. Down dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, right leg. Warrior 2, sink into it, look down your middle finger. And your warrior 2. Exhale. Left foot comes through. Inhale, sky reaching. Breathe. So have that intention. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left. Big step back. Find your warrior. Sink into it. Look down your middle finger. Feel your strength, your balance, your courage. Exhale. Left arm swings round. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, left. Again, find your position and then sink into it. Shoulders down. Exhale, right arm, right leg comes through. Inhale. Breathe. Final 2 rounds unguided. Maybe try 3-legged dog. Inhale. Exhale. Up to you. Own choice. You're going to use the 3-legged dog. You bring your right leg from high, swing it through. That often helps us to bring it more to the front of the mat, we find. Last round. Hands in namaste. Well done, everybody. You all did it. That was fantastic. Especially to you, Helen. Just stay here for a moment. So if it's ever, feel into your body, feel your breath. Feel the energy that we've all created. You've all done extremely well. Standing goddess pose. Lift your heart. Again, feel the energy, the goddess, your strength, your tingling, your pranic body. Go inwards, gaze into Chittakash. Soften. Just observe without judgment. If the mind is more quiet, more focused, it will be more focused and clear, even if you're not quite appreciating that yet. And then don't open your eyes, but just as ever, just take a few moments to just sway, move, dance. I've got some nice music here playing, so which I always find helps when we're working with movement. Good, lovely. Okay, well done everybody. Maybe, in fact, I suggest we'll take some hydration. It still seems really warm in here, Carol. Is that heat off? Oh, I think it's this one that's not off. Yeah, I'll show you. Yeah, no, it's all right. No worries. Just check my sound, actually. Yeah. I'll show you later. All right, ladies. Good. Well done. Are you all okay? Oh, we've lost somebody. All right. So let's continue with some warrior poses. So clearly you've been working with some in that practice. Let's start with facing forwards, very wide legs, at least a meter. So I'll mirror image you if you're watching online. Turn your left foot out, bend your knee, and open the knee. So looking at warrior 2 to start with anyway, and it will change. And look down your middle finger on your left hand. Now look beyond and gaze at something that's not moving, a drishti point, and use your affirmation. I am strong, I am healthy, I am balanced, I am self. I'm strong, healthy, balanced, and safe this time. Before I said I am self, that means you're connecting to yourself. You're feeling your own inner warrior strength and courage. Take your hand to your leg and bring yourself into the side stretch. Now we have different positions here. This would be the level 1, just checking your top side is in a straight line. You can bring your elbow down. So we're going to go deeper, of course, here, opening up. And today we're going to take the arm up into the air. Keep breathing. And take the other hand towards the floor. Now here, if you had a block, you might need it, because if we start to do this, this isn't going to be a good position. So just hold that position, open out, keep breathing. If you feel you can bring the arm alongside your ear. That's it. Now swivel, so you're facing your left leg. Again, you might find you benefit from having 2 blocks here. Look up, inhale, exhale, and forward fold. So if you get that lengthening spine again, like I was talking about earlier when we were doing hand to foot pose, you lift up and deliberately stretch your back, so you're not aiming to go too low, and then you bring your stomach as close to your thighs and nose to your shin, or as near as you're able. Now, if you have the flexibility, you might need to put a block on the outside edge of your left foot. You're going to take your right hand, take it across, so it's on the block or the floor, and open out. Now this is quite a strong stretch, and you're aiming to open out and lengthen the whole body as you do so. Pushing into the floor. Come out of it. You can straighten your legs and come out of it, or you can slightly bend your knee to protect your knees. That's it, good. Well done. Let's try that on the other side. So first of all, again, get your setup. So your heel is in line with the arch, hips point square. And if we bend the knee and open the knee as we come down, we can see the big toe. At the same time, you can draw your hip back and take your tailbone under. That's it. Look down the middle finger and sink into it, shoulders down. Keep breathing. I am strong. I am stable. I am balanced. I am well. That's a favorite affirmation that we use. Of course, you may prefer to use a different one. That's fine. So we bring the hand to the leg and bring the arm alongside the ear. That's it. Good. Stretch out. Keep lengthening. Stretch into your fingertips. Good. Well done. If you'd like to bring your elbow down, you can. If you feel you've got that length and you've got that flexibility, go ahead. Just having to admit people back in. Just somebody went out. That's it. Now, from here, if you've got a block, you can put it inside of your right foot and stretch your arm. If you can reach the floor without a block, that's fine. Go ahead. But lengthen. So think of always lengthening the top line of the body and bring the arm alongside your ear. Keep breathing, opening out if you can. That's it. Now we're going to straighten the leg and take the top arm and take it to the outside edge of the foot. So again, you may need to use a block here. It's quite a challenging stretch, this one, I personally find. And then open out to that side as best as you can. The intention is to keep the legs straight. That's the right leg, both legs actually, but not everybody will be able to keep the front leg straight. So if you need to bend your knee, that's okay. Now slightly swivel around so your pelvis is more square and pull up the front of the kneecap. Inhale, exhale, hinge down. Again, in to lift forward and up. Exhale to hinge low. Soften and surrender. Again, think of that lengthening. We've been working with that, bringing the back hip forward and the front hip back to keep the alignment. Stay with it, just as best as you can. And then this time we walk our hands to the front, both feet pointing forwards, and let's come into the Hindi squat for a moment. We'll use that as a release. That's it. Just as best as you can. Obviously mind those knees. Hold it, press the knees open, lift to the crown, tailbone tucks away. Push into the floor with your feet. Now you can either stand straight up or you can roll up, dependent on your strength. Well done, everybody. Now we're going to look at Warrior 3, which is really quite a challenging asana. So in the studio, Carol, you can come and use the wall. At home, ladies, you may like to get a chair or something that you can put your hands onto that is about chair height. So here we're just using the window ledge. So maybe you've got a window ledge or something you can hold on to. That's it. Good. Now, the aim is to, first of all, imagine I'm holding onto a chair, is to come down and put your hands on a chair or a table or anything and make this nice, strong back, straight back. So see if you can do that first. So we're not going to be hunched. So I've been obviously trying to encourage you to really look at that today. And you're going to push down. If you're near a mirror, you can look in the mirror and look and see if you're out of alignment. So the spine needs to be long like that. Okay, what this is going to be, this is Warrior 3. So hands on something, press down, even put your hands against a wall, and make this nice long back. Nice long back, that's it. Now again, not to move off screen, you'll just have to imagine I'm holding on to something. Slide one leg behind you. Now we have actually done this, I do this quite a lot, and actually just lift up for a moment. Everybody grow tall. So if you ever do the yoga Lattes with me, which is the Monday class when I'm teaching combination of yoga and Pilates, we often use this position, this shape, because it's very Pilates stretch. It's like a Pilates stretch. Can you all see that? Yeah. So just stand up a minute, ladies, and look what I'm doing. Look, I'm making this very long line with my body and the pelvis square. Show you this way around. Now, the idea is to make that shape with the body, but lift the leg. So I would just lift the leg a little fraction to start with. Don't try and lift it too high. I'd like us all to think about the length. So as I say, I often use this with, if I've got people with back issues in the Pilates class, the yoga class, we'll do this. So it's long. Now you can bring the foot slightly off the floor, but the intention is to come into the full warrior pose when you flex your foot. So practice holding onto the chair or the tables to start with. Hold on to your ledge first, Carol. That's it. Now look at your hips and try and square them up. That's it. And then you pull back. So here, holding onto the window ledge, and you can sort of pull against it. So the aim is to get these nice long lines. That's it, and not be doing something like this, twisting your pelvis. So we work with the ledge first, and then we'll do it on the other leg. So first of all, stretch your leg back and get the hips pointing absolutely square. And then reach up and make the long line. That's it. So long line, pull up your kneecap, pull up at your pelvic floor, draw an Uddiyana Bandha and Mula Bandha. So Uddiyana Bandha at your navel. Again, this needs to be activated, of course. Lean forward, bring the foot slightly off the floor. Keep breathing. My favorite songs for yoga, it keeps reminding us to breathe. And then try the full one. Push into your heel. You can bring your hands into prayer, aim not to twist. It's pretty strong, don't be surprised if you wobble. Try and lengthen. That's it, so you're pulling. Now have a go, if you like, without the chair. So we know what we're looking for now. We stretch up first. Always get yourself nice and long, ground your feet, feel very grounded, feel centered and in control. Lift the foot slightly, and if you can go for the full version. Hold it. Warrior 3, very strong. That's it. Good. That's a good one, Carol. Well done. Excellent. So we have to be strong for Warrior 3. It's a real balance, a real stability pose. Lift up, find your strength, find your balance, pull up your kneecap, lean forward, lift your foot, and go for the full one if you think you can. Push into the heel, flex the foot. Okay, well done, well done. Strong, isn't it? Your heart rate goes up when you do that. Have a bit of a shake. Well done, everybody. Okay, we'll leave those warrior poses today. We haven't done that one for a good while. It's a bit more tricky to teach that one, particularly if you're not with us. So come into squat, and then you can come down into sitting in the way that suits you, maybe not using the hands if possible. Let's go into boat pose. So boat pose again is a standard one we use. So this is for your core. Bring up your right leg, feel your stomach muscles, put your foot down, bring up your left leg. That's it, so that's beginner level. You can bring up one leg followed by the other with 2 bent knees. Feel your core, pull up your tummy muscles, take your hands alongside. That's about level 3. Try and bring the legs parallel to the floor. Full one is both arms, both legs. Really good for your core. We use this in Pilates as well. Keep holding it, keep breathing. It works your legs. When you've had enough, cross your ankles. Well done. And you can just hinge forward because that gives us a nice counterbalance release. Good. Come back up again. And now go straight into the level. That's it. Well done. Straight into the level that you feel you can do. So maybe you're going straight up into the more challenging ones. If you're going to the full challenge, I'll often do this and try and touch my toes, and it absolutely kills your quads. Woo! Falling out of it today. You're doing lots of work for the quads. Yeah, that's it. But it really works. And you can also do this, actually. Draw the knees in. And I often give this to people who want to learn headstands, because that's exactly what you need to be able to do, but you're on your head. So you bring your, and you can do this just to do like an upright crunch. So in fact, if you put your hands on your head, not that you move your head in headstand, you still, but that's exactly what your abs are doing in your quads. They're pulling up, and then of course you straighten them. So it's quite good to do that as an exercise. In and straighten, because it teaches the body Are you doing a headstand there, Helen? Either of the Helens? I don't think so. Well done, everybody. Give everything a lovely rub. Okie dokes. So, before we finish the strength, we'll come on to some more flexibility. Let's just work with our planks. I know we've already done planks, but planks are a very standard one. So we come into the plank pose we can manage. Pull up in the core. And you can, if you find that not overly challenging, try lifting one foot, then the other, but keep your hips down. Watch your hips. Keep your pelvis in alignment. That's it. Don't lift your hips. Roll the shoulders. Sister Helen, just drop your hips a fraction. That's it. Roll the shoulders. Keep the neck long. That's it. That's much better. That's a good pose. Well done. Yeah. So again, work with that to your level till your muscles start to fatigue. And then from here, let's just zigzag ourselves back. And hold it here. Good. And I love this music. Sometimes when I'm working on retreat, I'm working with hold your head up high. It's reminding about people not, when we're anxious or stressed or not feeling good, not feeling empowered. We tend to go inwards. So I often work with this actually with warriors when this music comes on in this class, and reminding people to have this lovely openness and head uplifted even if you don't feel that way. That's it. Good. So you're still doing your planks? Absolutely. Feel free to, if you'd like to do another plank. Okay, so let's do a forward fold. And as I'm talking about hold your head up high, often I'll use this when I'm working with warriors. It's particularly good if you're doing warrior one or something, and people often do this. But it is about this openness. So the same thing actually now, it applies now. We're going to forward fold, but you're not going to do this. You're not going to sink into yourself. So it's much better for us. You might need to find a strap. If you haven't got a strap, you can use something like your sweatshirt or anything else. So we're going to put the strap or whatever you have around your feet, and we're going to bend the elbows. So as we go forward, don't hunch, don't collapse. You see, this is really bad for your upper back and your neck. So it doesn't matter if we don't get down, but it does matter if we start to slump. Now, if you find you're not able to sit straight, put your bottom onto a block, which will slightly tilt your pelvis into this position. And if your back isn't straight, it's because you're tight in your lower back or your buttocks or your hamstrings. It'll probably be all of those things. All right, so grow tall, roll the shoulders and bend the elbow and start to hinge forward. Now go to the point where you feel the stretch without rounding. So you might not be able to hear it from home, but just reminded me that I often use this music when I'm wanting to focus in warrior. And we hinge forward, but keep the elbows bent and the back long. So just keep notice the shape of your neck. Now for some of us, we may just need to go back to this to get the right back shape. So look at my back, ladies. It's long. Look, I've got neutral. I'm not in any way doing this. So it's much better for you in the long run to find that shape, even if for you that's where your practice is at the moment. You're just having to learn to sit tall. And if you've had a lifetime of, slumping over desks and driving, that's going to be challenging, and for a lot of people it is. So let's just again go back into it to our level. So find your length, inhale, exhale and hinge forward. And then this time when we go into it, we're just going to stay here. And we're going to soften and breathe and surrender. Tongue at fire point. So if you find you think you're slumping, just grow tall again. That's it, that's it. That's it, that's better. So Helen Francis, that is better. You've got a better position there. Slightly, if you can, sit a little straighter, but don't drop your head. That's it, that's good, that's good. Because ultimately this will serve you. Now, if you are more flexible and you don't need your strap, you can see I'm holding on to my feet, but not everybody can do that. And what you can do, I often use this movement, I often like wiggle or roll. There's different ways of coming into forward fold, Paschimottanasana. So I often use them all. Now, I know I'm not in the great positions yet, so let's go back to what you were doing in the warm-up. Put your hands behind your knees, and again, remember that nice long spine. Now, you've done this, so it's just you're doing it from sitting. Now here, you slide your feet forward as long as your stomach's still on your thighs, and it will really help you feel that stretch in your lower back. So again, you just stay here now, surrender and soften. Maybe say your mantra. My intentions and desires are supported by the universe. Now, if there's any more space, you can slide your legs further away. If there isn't, that's okay. If there is more space, you can hold on to your feet. And ultimately, the intention here is to have your stomach on your thighs and your nose on your shins, but with a straight back. So you might find all of these techniques, I use all three of these techniques, and I can usually only get right down when it's very warm. But again, it's about holding this and being comfortable with some discomfort and not fighting it, just softening, surrendering. Good. And then very slowly come up, and let's do a roll down again to focus on the core. So bend the knees, pull up on Mula Bandha and Uddiya Band, and slowly with control, using your core muscles, roll ourselves back down. Well done, everybody. And hug your knees to your chest. So clearly we've been in standing or sitting for the whole of the class so far. So well done. Press your knees open to massage your back and to loosen those hips a bit more. And the other direction. Knees to forehead. Take a happy baby pose. Again, that will help loosen up your back and your hips. Chin tucks in. So ladies, we come to the final part of the class. Here you are going to do an inversion. Maybe it's something more challenging. Maybe it's your headstand. We did some preparation. So I know it's only probably Kellyanne doing that. Or maybe you want to do your shoulder stand or your child pose. And then we'll finish a spine twist, which is a great asana for awakening Manipura and our relaxation. So it's up to you. Maybe you want to use your more restorative versions, using your blocks or your bolsters for your shoulder stands. As you're here, you may want to do a little bit of helicoptering of the legs. So we have about 5 minutes of self-practice now. As ever, choosing, as you always hear me say, choose the most nourishing choice. What feels the right option for you is the right choice today. Keep your eyes semi-open if you're going to keep them open. So you have your full shoulder stand. You may like to work with the hips and the legs. If you were with us last week, we were working with the sacral chakra. If you wish, you can go into plow. It's a great stretch for your spine, plow. So if you've been struggling a little bit with hands to foot pose, Paschimottanasana as it's called, if you can do your plow, you stretch your back, and if you then have a chance to sit back up again and try and touch your toes, you would almost certainly find it came a bit easier. And you feel free to play around with this. And you can, if you wish, come into fish pose. And if you've been doing headstands, then of course you need to rest in child pose for equally the same amount of time. So we will be finishing with our spine twist when you see that you're all finished. Now remember, your knees always go to your left side first. Your right arm will stretch out. And we'll stay here a few moments here, please, now, because this is a great release at the end of class. You've not had so much time on your back today. And I'd like us all to come into the colour yellow. And let's practice it in the way we would in a restorative class, which means holding it that little bit longer and breathing into the belly, visualizing, thinking yellow. And we know that the colour is yellow, and we use this always, at least I'm sure James does as well, but I do in all my yoga classes. Restorative, we might hold it for at least 3-4 minutes. And as we know, it helps heal the gut. Very much if there are gut issues, we would again say that's associated with Manipura chakra. Any issues of the abdomen, the lower back, any issues of feeling insecure, not feeling, it's more about personal empowerment, this chakra. Insecurity, we associate that perhaps a little more with the root chakra, personal self-empowerment, courage, strength, willpower, the ability to manifest, all of these things associated with Manipura chakra. So let's just focus our awareness, our breath, our intention into this space now. And very slowly, without opening the eyes, let's come to the other side now. Check your breathing into your belly. It's, as we know, when we're in twist, we can have the belly a little constricted. Good. And then find your position for relaxation. What you may like to do, you can put your soles of the feet together for a moment, and you can go into child pose, not child pose, sorry, Shavasana, while spreading your legs out. But I suggest that we try this hand, it's sort of more across the middle of your chest and the other hand on your belly. It's actually a really nice way. I find I naturally am doing that sometimes when I'm just resting in bed. So you're bringing your awareness to your heart, but also to your belly. And we have that phrase, what we feel we heal, what resists persists, but also touching. You can also massage. I was teaching massaging of the belly on the workshop on Sunday. Now you don't have to leave your hands there. If it's not feeling natural, by all means move them. And I'm probably normally lying in Shavasana when I'm doing this, as opposed to feet together. And you might find you naturally just want to rest the arms out. So go ahead. Find the choice that's right for you. That's it. So we will finish with chanting the sounds of the chakras. We will tone them one after the other. As usual, you can stay in lying or you can come to sitting if you prefer. So we bring our awareness to the root chakra, Muladhara. Visualize the color as we come to this space. I'm sure you all know it, but just when we come to the third chant, it's Ram, and that is Manipura, and you visualize yellow. Take an inhale. Lam. If you're lying, please in your own time, stretch out, rolling to your side when you feel ready to do so. Eyes still closed. So we finish with sealing today's mantra in. We bring our hands to Namaste as the intention is to bring that mantra into the heart. My intentions and desires are supported by the universe. Om Ritam Namaha. So set your intentions high. If you practice Yoga Nidra with me, that's a really powerful intention as Sankalpa. Your intentions don't have to be Sankalpas. Sankalpas are wonderful. They can be something smaller, as I said, maybe just I improve my warrior poses today, I'm more stable. Or I have a good day, I enjoy the sunshine, I give thanks, whatever, it doesn't matter. But set them high, write them down. Writing them down helps them manifest. We always say if you're not clear about your intentions, how can the universe know how to support you? So write them down and then let them go. Let the universe handle the details. Rub your palms till you feel warmth. And bring that energy to the eyes, and you can keep your hands just off the eyes. And then bring your hands away when you're ready. Good. And when you feel ready, you can open your eyes when you're ready, no rush. Well done, everybody. Namaste, 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 wherever you're watching. I was possibly going to bring it into class, but I thought I'd wait. If you can have a look, I'm doing this Wednesday health hack, which is actually on Instagram, but it goes onto our Facebook page. And I'm actually doing something this afternoon, or about 6 o'clock usually, about cold showers and how helpful they are in building your strength and your willpower. And I am doing them pretty well every day. I've been doing it since just before lockdown. And there are many reasons why you could want to do cold showers. Really you have to be strong. You know, I don't like going into cold showers, especially when it's getting colder, because the water's really cold. Surprise, surprise. But it really does make you strong. And I find once I've got over the shock, and you know, I'm like doing this to rub myself, and then I just go inwards and I go into my breath. I start using my affirmations. I'm strong, I'm a warrior. And I really go inwards. I'm really using this deep breath. And a really interesting phenomenon came. You know, I was talking about symbols. I got the symbol here of a warrior queen on a chariot. And then I'm thinking, oh, was I a warrior queen in a past life? You just never know. But it just came. So it's when you go into these deeper states, and that's the way to do it. And then once I go a bit calmer, I'm okay with the cold. I mean, I don't stay in too long. But anyway, there's a lot of evidence for cold, like cold water swimming has been really beneficial. So yeah, you might be interested to look at the post that I shall put up later. And I expect to hear, next time I see you at yoga, that you've all been doing your cold water showers. You all did very well. You did well today, Helen. You okay?
Not too bad. It was hurting a bit, so I can give up a little bit.
Yeah, no, you did a whole... I'll just turn the video off and then I'll come back. So, well, lovely to see you if you're at home, and hope to see you back in the studio sooner if you can. Take care. God bless.